What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle. Welcome back to the game department, and today we're going to talk about starting your Twitch channel. I know this format's a little bit different to what we normally do, but every time I stream I get asked some sort of question, so I thought, why not? We can try a little vloggy style video, have a conversation about Twitch, and just make it an all-round sick time. So I'm going to try and just set this bad boy down here. Yeah. Let's talk about Twitch! Okay, now a quick little disclaimer. I'm obviously not the most successful person on Twitch. I don't have the biggest following on Twitch, but I wanted to speak about my experience and a really easy way for you to get started and why I think you probably should get started if it's something you're curious about. I reckon the hardest thing about streaming is getting started. Genuinely the hardest thing. Once you do it, and once you get into the swing of things and you get a bit of a schedule going, it's not a hard thing to do. Generally becomes one of the most exciting parts of my day. If I'm bluntly honest, I finish work, I can't wait to get on stream, hang out with people, hang out with my friends that I've made online. It's a great thing, it's a great experience. And if Twitch streaming or streaming in general, whether you use Twitch or Mixer or YouTube or whatever, if live streaming is something that you're considering, maybe this might help you if you're unsure about where to start. I was unsure, I didn't really know what to do. I still don't really know what to do. I mean, I got through by watching a lot of YouTube videos like you probably are right now. So I know that it's something that's hard to sort of wrap your head around and get into straight away, and you don't know where to start, or you don't know what's important to start off with, or anything along those lines. So maybe this can help you out. Now, I don't want this video to be like here's the top 10 things you need as a streamer. That's definitely not what this video is. Maybe a video down the track we can do something like that, but right now I just wanted to have a conversation of why I think you should start. I mean, look, if streaming is something that you're interested in, why not start straight away? I know that you're always wanting to got to get a better camera, or I've got to get a good microphone, or I've got to do this and I've got to do that before you start, and I feel like people start making too many excuses for what they want to do. I wanted to do some sort of online content for a long time and always put it off, and then I started it and I didn't do it right and I gave up, and I should never have done that. Had I stuck with it and had I continued with it, I think I would have been in a much better position. But you know, you learn from your mistakes, and that's why I wanted to do this video and sort of help you if you're in a sort of similar situation. Now, obviously the most important part about streaming in general, whether it be on any sort of platform that you want to use, or I think even making YouTube videos as well is the same situation. Your best friend and your ally at this very moment in time is genuinely your phone. If you have an iPhone, or if you have a smartphone in general, you pretty much have everything you need. You can live stream directly from your device if you want to. You can film videos from your device. I actually, believe it or not, had a different YouTube channel a long time ago when I was, I'm going to say 18? Probably 18? 17, 18? No, it does not exist anymore because, as I said, I gave up, and I wish I didn't. I wish I stuck with it. But on that channel, I would literally record all the audio and face cam with my iPhone, and with some headphones plugged in, and then I would screen record with my PlayStation 4 when that feature came out. I would then get them, put them into a free version of Wondershare Filmora, so I always had the little watermark down the bottom, and I would edit the two videos from my phone, which was not the best of qualities because I think I had an iPhone 5 back then, but I would edit the iPhone video with the gameplay and try my best to edit something. It doesn't need to be perfect. Your videos don't need to be perfect. Obviously you want to strive for something that's going to be good, but anyway, I'm getting on a tangent. But having your phone is your greatest ally, to be honest. If you don't want to use your phone and you want to use a PC setup, or you want to use a laptop, you don't need to shell out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to get a stream started. That's not what you need to do. You might not even enjoy streaming, but you don't know until you give it a go. You can find a really cheap webcam online, go on eBay, get a cheap Chinese knockoff of whatever, just get something in so it works. The best advice I can give you for getting a cheap webcam is don't allow the webcam to use the settings. Do your best if you can, if the webcam allows you. Alter the settings yourself, change the brightness, change the sharpness, change the saturation and contrast. Try your best to color grade the video itself, because you can make a really cheap webcam look really good. I've seen a bunch of videos online on how to make cheap webcams look better than they are. That's my best advice. Get a cheap webcam online. It's super easy to get a really cheap USB condenser microphone. A lot of people use the Blue Yeti. You don't need to get that. You don't have to get that one, but I'm pretty sure it's a fairly cheap option. I use an XLR mic on a really cheap microphone boom solely because I had one here, because we had one lying around in the house because we record music. That's literally it. If I didn't have one of these, I would have just gone out and bought a really cheap USB condenser, and then do your best to sort of tweak it and make it sound as good as you can. You don't need to get the best of the best of the best just to start streaming. The hardest thing about doing it is just getting started. A lot of people get put off by not having the best equipment, or I can't stream until I get a stream deck, or I want this before I do that, and you get in this hole of like, I need to get this before I start, or I need to do this before I start, and you just bog yourself down. The best advice that I can give you, get online, get some free Twitch overlays. I did exactly the same thing. It's super easy. Make some scenes in OBS. If you want to go through that, let me know and we can do that together. It's not hard to set up some scenes. You literally only need a gaming screen, say an intermission screen, maybe a BRB screen, and an end screen. If that. You don't even really need that to start off with, because as soon as people come into the chat, you want to be able to engage them straight away. When you first start out, people aren't going to see your starting screen and be like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till they start. And even now, like I'm only, I think I average about 10 viewers a stream. So not even a huge amount right now, but I'm still considering in my mind, is a starting screen worth it? Is it worth just sort of jumping straight into the chat so I can interact with people and we start the stream immediately? That's a personal preference, and it's a decision that you have to make by yourself. But I feel if you're first starting off, starting soon is not something that you really need to worry about. Just do a game screen, intermission, BRB, and that's it. Just so if you've got to step away from your computer, you can make the webcam show an image or show a GIF or show something so people aren't just staring into an empty room. It completely depends on your personal preference. The best thing about streaming and Twitch and everything in general is it's completely personal. That's completely up to you. If I have the same pack that you have, so we download exactly the same free overlay, I can make mine look different to what you're going to make yours look like. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, and that's the only thing I can suggest. Obviously, people are going to come to streams. You're either going to be really good at a video game, or you're going to have a good personality. That's why people stay in streams, and that's why people enjoy streams. I'm not good at video games. It's not something that I do, but I feel like I'm a people person, and I love meeting new people, and I think that's why people enjoy hanging out on stream. I love it. I love being able to come home from work and enjoy hanging out with my friends, and that's genuinely what it feels like. I get to hang out with my mates, play some video games, talk some rubbish for 6 hours, and that's it. And that's the best part of my day, besides coming home to my partner. We've sort of rambled on, I get that, it probably hasn't made any sense. I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys about the best advice that I can give you, which is just start. There shouldn't really be an excuse to not start. I get that if you don't have a webcam, it makes things harder, but look, there's no harm in if you've got a personality, and it comes back down to the rules I said earlier. You're either going to be really good at a video game, or you're going to have a personality that you're able to interact with your viewer. There's obviously different sort of niches on Twitch and different sort of niches in a audience and a viewing. We're going to leave those aside. I'm just talking about some two main ones. If you're really good at a video game, start the stream. Make sure you've got a way to communicate with your audience. It needs to be a microphone. I've seen a lot of streams where the streamer themselves are interacting via chat. That may work for some. I personally don't like that idea, but as I said, it's all personal preference. You might love that idea, but that's up to you. In my personal opinion, I think if you're going to stream just the gameplay with no webcam, a microphone is the bare minimum. If somebody comes into the stream and starts talking to you, you want to be able to interact with them. I feel like your voice is a little bit more personal than just having a message come up in a chat. But again, personal preference. If you're a people person and you're somebody that has a great personality that you want to bring to a stream, or you bring to your own sort of style of what you want to do, a webcam is 100%. As I said, you could probably get a very cheap, even a second-hand webcam. It doesn't need to be great. Something really cheap, really cheap microphone, and just make some basic scenes in OBS. Really basic scenes. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, but if you have something plain and simple, somebody comes into the stream and you can interact with them immediately, or you can interact with them in a way that they want to have a conversation with you and stay, that's the most important part. You need to be able to interact with that person straight away, and I think having a face or having you represented on that screen is the best way for that person to connect and resonate with you as a streamer and as part of your audience. But as I said, it's all personal preference. I can't make you do anything. You don't have to do anything I'm telling you, but all I'm saying in my personal experience is a cheap microphone, a cheap camera, and just tweak things to make it look a little bit different. I've just updated the way that my stream looks. If you want to check it out, I stream at the Game Department. It's exactly the same on Twitch. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Come check it out. You can either tell me that this video was rubbish, or you can let me know what you think. But as I said, the hardest thing is just getting started. That's all you have to do. Just start, just push that live button and see how you go. I know it's a bit daunting being live in front of people that you don't know and not wanting to mess up. I have that same feeling, that little sort of anxious moment at the start of a stream where you're like, oh, I don't want to stuff this, I'm gonna cook this. Like, there's always that moment, and I get that. Everyone has that moment, I assume. I'm sure some of the bigger streamers have the exact same thing, especially when they're pulling in viewers that are 1,000 plus every stream. That's a lot of people to be in front of, and especially with the internet, once you say something, it's out there. You know what I mean? There's no taking it back, which I get can be daunting. But if this is something that you genuinely want to do, you just have to get started. You just have to start. Sure, you're going to make mistakes. I can't even begin to tell you how many streams I have muted my microphone when I've come into the chat, or if I've come back from a quick little break and I've still got my microphone muted, or I haven't changed scenes, or the game's not showing on the screen, or there's been so many mistakes. And there's been times when I first started, nobody was in my chat, and I was playing with my microphone muted and my game not showing. All you could see was my webcam for like half an hour before a new person came into the chat, and they're like, you have no microphone, you have no gameplay, what are you doing? Until that person came in, I had no idea. So anybody that was coming into the chat would just leave straight away, and I couldn't tell, I had no idea. I was like, why is everyone just coming and leaving? Am I boring? What's going on? Do I need to change stuff? No, it's because the microphone was muted and no one could see anything besides my face, which probably isn't something you'd want to come to the stream for anyway. But mistakes are going to happen. The biggest thing is doing the mistakes, fixing the mistakes, or learning from them. I still haven't learned from mine. I always mute my freaking microphone and do dumb stuff the entire time I'm streaming. But that's part of the fun, dude. You have fun with your audience, you have fun with the people that are watching, even if it's 1 or 2 people. I've got people that are still in my stream now that joined the stream, maybe like the first or second stream that we did. And they're still hanging around, and we reminisce about those old times. Sub, you know exactly who I'm talking about. The biggest part of all is just having fun with it, genuinely. If you can't do it and have fun, it's not like it's an easy thing to do. It's genuinely not. I finish my full day of work, which is generally a 10-hour shift. I finish my day, I jump on Twitch, start my stream, and I stream for 6 to 8 hours. And I'll do that 3 days a week. So essentially my day becomes an 18-hour day, and I do that 3 days a week. I'm always freaking tired. And that's not even the days you do like 24-hour streams or longer streams. There's been streams that we've done that have been 10 to 12 hours. It's not something you do because you have to. I love if it came to the point of, I got to stream today, I don't want to do it, or blah, blah, like if it came to one of those moments, I don't know what I would do. You'd have to change something. There was something you have to change, because you can't go into it with I don't want to do it, because it's not going to be enjoyable. If you can't have fun while doing it, then what's the point? You're doing the wrong thing. And as I said before, it might not be something for everyone. Everyone might not enjoy doing it. That's completely fair. I wasn't sure how I was going to go at the start, but, good thing it worked out. Like I said before, you don't want to go out and spend all this money, not enjoy it, and then have all this stuff sitting there. Start cheap, just start, and see how you go. If you feel like in a couple of months you're really, really, really enjoying it, then upgrade. Like, obviously some people don't have the access to be able to upgrade camera equipment or audio equipment or whatever the case may be, but it's just in steps. It's just in steps. If you really, really enjoy it, save a little bit of money here and there, upgrade your microphone. The camera doesn't need to be perfect. People care about audio more, I genuinely think. But that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother story. The whole reason today is a video, just start. That's all you have to do. Just start. It's 2020. Okay, we've had the pandemic, we've got a lot of protests going on right now. Maybe it's something for you to escape. Maybe it's something that people enjoy to escape from. I'm not sure. But a lot of people are watching online content. And this is the best time for you if you want to give it a go. Why not? Why not? There is no harm in giving it a go. As I said, if you don't like it, just stop. It's no big deal, but at least you know that you tried, and at least you know you gave it a go. You're gonna kick yourself if you never tried and it's something that you may have really enjoyed. And like I said before, if you guys wanna go into more depth, if you wanna go how to do overlays, how to make your scenes, how to set up your microphone, how to set up your camera, let me know. I'm more than happy to go through these. I love doing these sort of videos, and I love talking about making content in general because I genuinely enjoy it. Leave a comment below if there's anything you want more information on, if there's anything you want to do in the next video, if you want to see more of these and make it a bit of a streaming series. I don't know, even a content series in general. I have no idea. It's just something that I wanted to touch on because the question comes up so many times when I stream. As I said before, if you want to check us out on Twitch, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time at the game department. If you found us on YouTube first, come leave me a comment and chat saying YouTube. I'd be curious to see how many people came from YouTube to Twitch. Also, if Discord's something that you're into, I can leave the link to our Discord below. Feel free to come and join our Spud gang. We have a fantastic community. Everyone's really nice, everyone talks and gets along. And as I said, if you want some advice on anything, feel free to ask. Other than that, I'm gonna leave you to it. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good night. Bye!